Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. Nothing like going live for 15 minutes and not even live 15 minutes. So we're going to start this party on over. See what we get. So I had walked already. I have been walking for a minute now. I've been walking for a minute now thinking I was live. By a minute, I mean like 15 minutes. I was literally holding the phone and nothing was even working. But it happens. Welcome. I just want to wait, see if we can get a few more people in. Just want to talk real quick about following your bliss until we get there. Oh, look at these flowers. So beautiful on a very vibrant and hot Sunday morning. Need to figure out the names of these. Isn't that amazing? A little exercise never hurt. No, it doesn't. And I'm already sweating bullets. So okay, we're gonna try this again. Like I don't think people need to see me, but if you could for one leave a like when you tap in, leave a like, answer the poll, and we'll get started. Don't want to start too early yet. For now, we're just gonna bask in nature, as it were. Y'all missed it earlier during my invisible 15-minute live. One of those black and blue butterflies flew right past me. It's a bummer you guys didn't get to see it, but who knows? Maybe it'll come around again. And if you can, let me know if you can hear me okay. Also, if the quality's okay. I don't know how good the signal's gonna be while I'm walking. So if you guys could just let me know. And for those just joining, if you could quickly leave a like and take the poll real quick. I honestly want to see if you guys are following your bliss or not, and not as a way to condemn or anything. No, not that. It's just these past few days, have been just a bit challenging, and I want to talk about that and how just diving yesterday played a big role in helping to reset that. If you're just joining, you do me a favor, hit the like real quick. This is beautiful. So I used to walk this path with my wife and two dogs, and it's been maybe a year or so since I've been down here. It's very quiet. No one else on the road usually. Never like walked into anyone. It's very peaceful. I don't know if y'all can hear me. If you can, please, let me know. Leave a like. And I wonder if I can see this poll while y'all are. Oh wow. Wow. Mm, man. So far, just looking at the results, I'm pretty sure y'all can see them as well. I put a poll are you following your bliss? And 83% said no. And that's so wild because I'm pretty sure I would be in that 83% if I was just watching this maybe a few years ago. Do me a favor and hit the like button. See if we can get this out a little bit before I get started. It's a beautiful view, no? 71%. Mm. Any uh any takers want to say why they, in just a few words, want to say why aren't they following their bliss? Leave a like. All right, so while y'all do that, I'm gonna go ahead and just talk for talk for a minute. So I was recently thinking about this, or not recently, for maybe the past week or so, just thinking about um, the idea of happiness. See these will actually bloom before I go any further. These will bloom, and I don't know when, but they'll be like a large, like reddish, and they look beautiful. We actually have some growing in our yard. They just grow wild like this, so it's not a it's not far-fetched to see them just growing in your yard. Growing like that boa constrictor we saw the other day. Yeah, I didn't tell you all about that. But anyways, to stay on topic. Um, yeah, just up butterfly. So yesterday, Liz and I went to do our normal weekly dive. If you're just joining in this channel, we do weekly dives, volunteer weekly dives, restoring coral habitats. And, up until yesterday, I was having this, heaviness that was just like, man, what am I doing wrong with life? Do you ever, you ever feel that way? Like, what am I doing so wrong that nothing feels like it's working? And you know what? If I be so bold, I would probably say, "Am I following my bliss?" If I asked this yesterday, I probably would say no. And it's just, it's captivating to me how I can tie this with diving. Um, so, we went on our dive yesterday. I did two dives, and the first one we, did some coral restoration. The second one we did was me helping another gentleman move some stones, um, so we can actually create a shade underwater. I believe that's what it's for. Shade under the water for the corals. So 14 mics. It's okay. The poles is 79-21. Wow. Okay. So yeah, we did two dives, and prior to those dives, I was just really feeling down on myself. And most of the time, us men don't like to talk about that. I don't like to talk about it still, but I do because it helps your partner know how you're feeling. If your partner doesn't know, then you could ruin your relationship that way, which is the masculinity of holding your feelings. So this is actually me, like, letting go of some of those feelings. And I'm sorry if this is kind of like all over the place, but anyways, it's you get to at least enjoy the view. Hi, yeah, yeah. How do I say that? Yeah, cat drifter. What up? If you could leave me a like and hit that poll too. So yeah. Anyways, the so prior to that, like I was saying, it feels like opportunities seem like they're just very far away, or feel like they're just not existent at all. And I'm a, if y'all don't know, so I'm actually a video editor. I've done a lot of films. I've done a lot of TV series, videos, yada yada. I left a like. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. How do I get rid of, not get rid of the poll, but like move it out the way? It's like blocking me from seeing what's going on. Anyways, 16 votes. Wow. So yeah, I came up making videos, even the early days of YouTube, when that first was cool. Yeah. Oh, look at this. And I've been doing video ever since. I'm 35 now, and I believe these are cherries. Yeah, we're gonna go back and forth about this conversation, in a minute. Just I don't want you guys to miss out on the beauty of just this area, right? And let me know if it's getting, if I'm getting out of range. Anyways, I think those are cherries. If somebody knows, please tell me. I don't know everything. Oh, thank you. Shout out to the drifter. So yeah, I've been doing video for a very long time, and I've studied, you know, um, affirmations, and I've studied, how to bring things into your existence, and how you got to work hard, hustle culture. It's blurry. Okay. Oh, it's. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll move a little bit slower. Hustle culture. Go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I've learned all of that over the span of the past 2 decades, and I find that even yesterday, I'm still, hung up on. Man, I really feel like I'm failing at life. Oh, those were cherries. Okay, cool. Uh, if we can get this up to 10 likes, maybe I'll eat one. Until then, no. um. So yeah. Just that feeling of, man, I'm not accomplishing anything, and I don't know if if you guys are sub to the channel, if you ever seen any of our videos, but we do coral restoration for those who just joined us, and I use my talents. Oh, these are the same flowers you guys just saw earlier. Oh, she said, please don't get poisoned. 10 likes, I'm out here. These are the same flowers that we saw earlier that were smaller buds, and now look, yeah. So that's what they grow out to be. Let me see if I can move a bit slower. And anyways, so yeah, up until even yesterday, I just noticed that there was still this emptiness, or still this void, or still this anguish, or you know negativity that was still brewing inside, and and no amount of hustle culture, or no manner of hustle culture or affirmations or whatever are gonna like change that paradigm until you actually believe it yourself. And you know, yeah. So yesterday we went for a dive. Just our usual dive, nothing crazy, um, and just did our usual thing. But that time when I got in to after those dives and went back home, I just felt so different. I just felt so relaxed. I felt so calm. I felt happy again. And I'm reading this book called "Asking and Is Given." This is not sponsored to the people who are watching, just to let you know. And they one of the lines was saying, following your bliss. Actually taking time to, think about what. How do I say this? what drives you, or what brings you peace, and what brings you joy, and what brings you back to center. What guides your emotions back to, that one of joy. And when I got home, I was like, oh, it's definitely diving. And I was gonna deny that for a long time. Like, I know, I just go diving because it's fun to do. I get to capture footage of amazing fishes and corals and doing all their things in their natural habitat. And that's always been like a huge part. That's like just incredible. Like, a lot of people don't get to, venture under the water. And oh, bird, oh, bird gone. Okay, venture under the water and get to see, you know, a whole nother world down there. So that's really a big part of the inspiration for all the videos that you guys see. But from it was just video. It was just me trying to help, me volunteering my time, me trying to help change the world, be the change I want to see, all that good stuff. And it wasn't until I got home last night, I'm like, wow, me going to dive and being out away, literally for I think I was underwater for a good, I want to say maybe between two trips or two dives, about 2.5 hours. So just in between me getting in and me getting out, between those 2 hours, something in my something in my brain, something in my mind, something in my heart, spirit, whatever you want to call it, just like was able to decompress and able to, find a sense of calm, find a sense of bliss. And man, I can honestly say I didn't have, for one, access to that years ago. Oh, thank you. She said it's very inspiring. I appreciate you. Didn't have access to that years ago. You know, my idea of decompressing, like I'm sure a lot of you are, is just scrolling or just getting on the phone and just, trying to em- block out whatever thoughts are coming, whatever you have to deal with, text messages you don't want to answer, people you've upset, or, speaking for myself, people you've, rubbed the wrong way with, just who you are, and just it weighs on you. A lot of things just weigh on you. And that's kind of why I'm like, man, if people could really take the time to find that that point, we call it a point, not a place, but a point, um, in your life or in your desires, that you're like, you know what, I can always go back to this. I can always, even if I'm upset, even if I'm like just ready to just yell and just scream, and by the way, do that if you need to, it is what it is. But yeah, it's like, if you could just find that moment, that thing, and if you could just engage your mind in that thing for just, not even, it doesn't have to be 2 hours. We were down there because I'm good on air, and I can be down there for for a minute. So, but yeah, the it's just saying, like, hmm, how do I want to phrase this? I don't want to say life is short, because that's not it. Life is long, and of course, people die every day. People perish. People, nature happens. And people go on to the other side. I'm not saying that that's not a reality, but I am saying life is long, and you could have a long life and never have that bliss, never have that thing that you could cling on to, um, when you don't feel like prayer is working, or you don't feel like, uh, just what you. what you would usually do, you know. And it's like, man, I'm so glad I found that thing that I was introduced. I'll say introduced to that thing that helped me to find that because I didn't have that. What is bliss? Bliss is, how would I describe it? It's a place of, I don't want to say euphoria because that's a little cheesy. I don't want to say euphoria, but it's finding joy. We'll say that. It's finding joy, and that's one thing that I think every human uh, is looking for. There's a bird right here in front of me. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I, I think that's a warbler. Look at me knowing birds. Yeah. Oh, look at this taxi's coming. They're coming to pick me up. No, they're not coming to pick me up. I'm kidding. But yeah, bliss is another word for, I want to say absolute joy. And it's not about bird nerds. It's not about, what you don't have, what you have, yada yada yada. Of course, materialism always finds its way in there. But now I'm curious to see how far this thing goes. Like, where they come from? What y'all doing down here? I'm sorry, I get so sidetracked easily. It's crazy. Which is why I'm good at bird watching. You know what I mean? I'd say just, bliss. Birders, yes, definitely birders. Um, Let me zoom out. Oh, damn, definitely just stepped in a puddle. Head in the clouds, foot in the mud. For anyone just joining, if you could leave a like, um, take the poll. I'm curious how this poll's going to end. From what I'm seeing right now, it looks like it's going to end in a definite no. And, I want to know, like, why aren't you following your bliss? What do you think is holding you back from following your bliss? I should have brought my gimbal out here or something so that at least this would be stable. Until then, just gonna walk and observe for a minute. That you guys enjoy. See, now I can't get the poll thing out my way and I can't see the comments. Hold on. Yes, like you guys can hear me. Okay, not sure what's happening, so I'm just gonna continue walking. Now, for anyone who knows me, which y'all don't, I am not a talker. I'm more of an observer. So, I don't know if you have your headphones on or whatever, but I'm just gonna be quiet for a few minutes and let you take in the sound of just bliss. It's called tree bathing. I'm so sorry. I said I'd be quiet. Not me stepping in the same puddle again. So if you're just tuning in, you are tuning into a person who does not usually share their opinion openly at any point in time unless asked. And even then, I can be very, very vague. But today I just wanted to share an opinion on, bliss, the idea of bliss, and and I still can't see the comments, which is kind of gnarly. It's a fail on YouTube's part. Ah, there we go. Alright. She said nature is the best place to find bliss. It is. It is. If you're just tuning in, if you could, take that poll down at the bottom, leave a like, hit the like button, please. Just talking about bliss, and I'm trying to articulate, you know, what I find moves me to bliss. And like I was saying earlier, it's been scuba diving. So just a brief background, I only started scuba diving back in the like button is at the top of the screen. Yes, it's just boop, hit that little thing. I just started diving back in 2022, I want to say, in 2022, and yeah, I was like, hold on to me. Started in 2022, and it was my darling wife who got me, to try it for the first time. And I don't know if you could tell by my voice, but I'm definitely black, and that I didn't know anyone that was black that was scuba diving. Like that didn't sound right. Like you scuba dive, okay? That's you do your thing now. Don't let the fishies get you. Don't let the sharks get you. Don't let the stingrays take you out like Steve Irwin, and you know keep my feet on dry land. And that's gonna be that. But 2022, I decided to you know, take take a chance. Take a chance. Liz has been talking to me about how she was diving in Belize and Cozumel, how she's been diving here for such a long time. She's comfortable with the people, and I'm like, okay, oh look at the butterflies, and I decided to try it. We came on vacation to here in Cozumel, and I got my first dive, at a national park called Chaminade. Um, First time, I was like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. The idea of breathing underwater didn't really seem to worry me that much, which I'm thankful for because I know that can freak out a lot of people. Just the idea of breathing underwater. But I've cultivated this skill of remaining calm. There was a little lizard here just a second ago. Of staying calm, when I feel uncomfortable and not, spazzing out or whatever. It's something I learned over a long period of time. And so I tried it, and I got to go touch there's like a statue or something out there, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I wouldn't mind doing it again. I was always the type of person that would try almost anything once, and I was like, okay, once I'll try it once. Once was kind of all it took. I think it didn't really kick in for me until I think we went on a boat dive for our birthdays. I believe a year later, in 2023, I want to say, or 2022. I don't know. I can't remember dates right now. But oh, let me show you guys this. These are limes, and they seem to be just now growing. These grow wildly here too. Like limes are much a part of nature here, and you can just find a lime tree just anywhere. It's kind of amazing. Um, so yeah, it was, I believe, a second. Leave a like if you can. I believe it was the second, major dive that we went on, where we went to, or where we got to descend. I want to say, I don't know, like 60 feet or something like that, or 60 meters. I don't know. I can't remember. It was 60 something, and you know, I got to actually really see the ocean, like the fish, the corals, the beauty of the underwater world. That's what I got to see, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this is under here. Like this is all under here, and of course I have seen it in movies. You see it in TV shows, you see it in documentaries, you see the little birds. Birth, 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 birth. Hi guys. Um, but yeah, seeing fish for the first time up close and personal, where they're just like swimming past you, and you're just like, hey, you're in our home. Oh, and I was like, wow, this is, I can see why she's why she loves this. So when it came to the idea of coral restoration and volunteering every week to you know help keep the coral and the life down there up to healthy. I'm gonna say healthy. It was like a no brainer. It just like, okay, no brainer. But it still wasn't bliss. I'll say that it wasn't bliss, or I didn't think it was bliss. I thought it was merely just a job, merely just a few hours of work every week, and I'm contributing to the community in some way, and I'm giving my time, and then I'm taking that footage and trying to make awareness for other people um, who don't know about coral restoration, who don't know about what's going on with our environment and how good things are, and also how bad things are. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like a good troop. Anyways, so saying all that to say, that's all it was. That's all diving was for a while. It was a good stress reliever to just like get away, be alone, and just quiet out the world. And like I said, it wasn't until just this yesterday, after diving for 2 years, and I've I'm not sure, but how many dives have we done? Do you think, Dave? I want to say at least 100. It's a lot. We should keep track, but we don't because we're too busy trying to save the corals, and that comes secondary. But yeah, it was yesterday. I found I was truly happy after I got out of the water, and when I came home, I was like, wow, I really do feel better. Like life is still gonna life. At the end of the day, life is still gonna life. Things are still gonna happen. You know, things probably still will be hard for a time, but that bliss. If I didn't have it, I'm not sure what I could lean on when I can't lean on anything else. I know God is real, just so y'all know. I know God is real. I'm not an atheist or nothing like that. But sometimes you just need to, there's so many ways, I believe, to find bliss in moments of despair. And, diving didn't it for me yesterday. So yeah, just kind of wanted to hop on here and say my piece. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like if you want. No, leave a like. Leave a like. Oh, she said more like 250 dives. That's a lot of dives. Wow. It doesn't even feel like I've done 250 dives, but yet here we are. So that's the end of that. If you guys haven't subscribed, please, go subscribe. We're here every single day, dropping new content. And actually, just to before I go, just to say that's where these long form videos come from. Um, with if you guys see our content, not the shorts, but just our regular long form material. It's trying to. I'm attempting because I put these together myself. I'm attempting to create that bliss for somebody else. I'm attempting to share that experience that I'm having, with you guys, and because I know how hard it is. I know how crazy it can be, especially if you don't have a place to go. And yeah, that's why we do the videos. That's why I do the videos every day. That's why I do the shorts. It's to help, bring joy to people and, something to relax you when you're, just we just want to relax. I mean, pretty sure you could be at work, have your phone out, and turn it to the sideways and just put on one of our videos and just quietly, do your work or whatever. Or if you're working from home, have us in the background. You know, that's what these videos are for, where you can take the stress out of your life just for a few minutes and see some beautiful fish or see some beautiful corals or sponges or anemones. Anemones are cool too. So, so yeah, leave a give have a watch of the ASMR coral restoration videos. It's us doing the restoration, and it's also of some of the footage that we see, some of the things that we see, and I actually try to add a little humor in there. So, yeah, if y'all could go watch those, just kind of digest it. I mean, today is Sunday. A lot of people like to chill on Sunday. So go click on the video and chill. It's gonna be there's no music, it's just the sound of the underwater world. And just, they're only like 20 minutes long, so there's a playlist of like 24 videos. And just, uh, do yourself a favor and give yourself time to relax and decompress and find joy in your life again. And yes, the animal behavior is very fascinating. Shout out to our friend Gus. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I appreciate everyone who tapped in, and hope you subscribed or whatever. And maybe I'll do this again sometime if you guys like. All right, bye bye.